Arkadaşlar selamlar. Hepinize iyi geceler diliyorum. PlayStation 5'te yaptığımız yayında Street Fighter 6 ile karşınızdayız. Ranking maçları yapacağız arkadaşlar bugün yine. Bildiğiniz gibi bronz seviyeye yükseldik. Gümüş seviyeye yükselmeye çalışacağız ama araya bayram tatili girdiği için arkadaşlar birazcık ilk baştaki 4-5 maçı kaybedebilirim ama arkasından toparlanacağımı düşünüyorum kombolara tekrar hatırlayıp. Bakalım nasıl rakipler bizi bekliyor, hep beraber görelim. Bronz 3. seviyeyiz arkadaşlar. Kısacık bu arada bir başlık oluşturup yayına devam edeceğim. Harika. Bu arada Amerika'ya mı geçmem lazım acaba arkadaşlar? Muhtemelen şu an Avrupa'dayım. Avrupa'da olduğum için de aynen muhtemelen şeyler gelmiyor. Arkadaşlar şu Battle Hub'a girelim mi? Battle Hub'da bir şeyimizi seçelim. North Amerika'dayız aslında. Güzel. Fighting Grounds. Searching Opponent. Beni daha önce izlediyseniz biliyorsunuzdur arkadaşlar. Atakta iyi durumdayım. Ama savunmada sıkıntılar yaşıyorum. Bakalım hemen hatırlayabilecek miyim komboları. Muhtemelen dediğim gibi arkadaşlar birkaç el yenileceğim. Sonra tekrar toparlayacağım.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both players will need to bring their A game to the table. Gotta do this.
Haydi bakalım.
Time to play.
Round one. Fight. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Definitely saw that counter coming. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Knockdown. Throws them to negate the block. With the throw. Taking stock. Can't tech the throw? They were right to be on guard there. Takes a trip. One combo can end this round as well.
Hatırlayacağız arkadaşlar. Dediğim gibi bu el biraz zorlanacağım.
They'll want to keep the pressure on. Opts to create space to start.
Güzel.
Takes the chance to hurt him. Hits him with a stopping block. Flashes him. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive game. Now's the time. Shoryuken going in. Looking for a chance. Dragon. All the throw connects. A quick breather. A weak wrong critical. What's gonna happen? They're backed up into the corner. Sets up with the jump in. Player one needs to use their wraps it up with the throws.
Komboları hatırlamam gerekiyor arkadaşlar ama sıkıntı yok şu anda.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Grabs them. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Big trouble here. The stun is going to leave them defenseless. What's the play here? Timely start to let him go on the attack. Gets out of the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Heading into the end game now. It's experiencing burnout. Saihacho to start something? Player one opts for the throw to close it out. Player one on the board first with the win. He'll want to keep the pressure on. Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Things are slow. Burnout activates.
Hoppala.
In dire straits with burnout. Both fighters planning something? This may be it.
Hoppala.
The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Throws them. Knockdown and picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Are we going to see a comeback here? Amazing. Closes it out.
Bir hadi bakalım.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
Uses their drive gauge. Final round. Who will the fight? They were right to be on guard there. Player throws them. How long does this offensive assault continue? Player one is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. His Twitter Super Art do anything? The Dragon Lash Super hits home. What will they do next? These guys are not get connects with the throw. Oh man, this is a scary range. Ooh, what a smart throw. Dragon Lash. Turns out.
Yapma be.
Player two clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Dediğim gibi komboları unutmuşum arkadaşlar ama tekrar öğreneceğim. Vay, ilk defa Şanlı geldi arkadaşlar. Bakalım nereden?
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Mübarek ne abi? 4 kişiyi üst üste yenmiş bakalım.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up.
Güzel.
The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Oh, player one needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Shoryuken grabs them. A quick breather. Burnout activates. Player 2 love tap to close him.
Güzel maçtı ama ikinci maçı ben alacağım.
Picks up an always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Flashes him. no more drive gauge. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 has a drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. A quick breather hits them with a stop and bop. They just won't stop switching sides. Player 1 needs to use the cut of the corner here. Going in, all the throw connects. Scratch is on super hard.
O yakaladı.
Looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Did not miss that chance and takes the round.
Sorun yok.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can
Ve 2 yıldıza düştüm orada arkadaşlar.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Burnout is triggered. Still slugging it out here. Goes for the fireball. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. What solid throw tag. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Both fighters planning something? Player 1 sneaks.
Hadi be. Ben atıyorum bir şey olmuyor. Atıyor alıyor anasını satayım ya.
That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
That's a bit of OD spice though. Experiencing burnout. Both of them were ready for a throw. Sure you can. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Still scrapping for control of the space. Hits them with a stop and bop. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Oh, block twist! Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Oh my, the throw tag! Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. What now? Closes it out.
Mehmet selam, hoş geldin kardeşim.
Fighters gotta go all in from this one.
El alışıyor arkadaşlar bu arada. Güzel. El alışıyor da. Bu ne?
Player 1 needs to use that risky play, but it pays off. Player 1, it is over.
Sağ olasın kardeşim. Bayramdan dolayı şeyi unutmuşum biraz, joystick'i. Elimin tekrar alışması için uğraşıyorum. Sen ne yapıyorsun? Ryu geldi bakalım.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and
Ali baba salıcı.
Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Bir de direkt Final Fantasy'ye girdim ya.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets the counter. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Player 2 has used up all of their
Güzel.
Knockdown.
Güzel kestin.
No drive in the tank. Taking stock. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. All right, what's coming? KO.
Güzel aldın.
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Flashes him. Breaks the block with a throw. Smart play to stop the opponent. Grabs and throws. throws him away. Nice counter. What'll happen here? Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. A quick breather. How will they utilize this? They're spacing. They were right to be on guard there.
Güzel.
Dragon Lash. Both fighters. Burnout activates. Player 1 flatlines them. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Dragon Lash. Takes them up. Oh, the throw connects. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Flashes, throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Yo, Rock, super hit. What were they thinking? Burns out. And they burn out in sync. Getting up to throw tech. Connects with the throw. Oh, here we go. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. And whiff, they're wide open.
Hoppala.
I can't believe dropped in with a Tatsu. It is over. Was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. They're still hungry.
Yakuza'ya daha bayağı var kardeşim.
Stepping up for the rematch.
Güzel.
Dashes forward. Checks him with burnout activates. Coming through. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? A quick brief, nice counter. Player 2 is making in there. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Who's going to start things off? Can't tech the throw. Pops him with a shoulder. Experiencing burnout.
Güzel.
We'll have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. A quick breather. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here, scrapping it out up close. Super clutch corner switch. How will they utilize it? Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big overhead.
Bye bye.
No doubt about it. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
3 yıldıza tekrar çıktık arkadaşlar. Güzel. Ali Baba Saluca'ya bay bay. Elimiz şu an tamamen alışıyor arkadaşlar. Önce arkadaşlar Street Fighter'la başladık geceye. Final Fantasy ile devam edeceğiz. Street Fighter'da hedefim dünya turnuvalarına katılmak olduğu için arkadaşlar elim soğumasın diye. Ara ara bu oyuna devam etmem gerekiyor. Yoksa çok çabuk etkileniyor arkadaşlar. Bayramda Kayseri'ye gittim geldim. Komple hızlı bir şekilde kombinasyon yapmayı unutmuşum. Vay. Chun-Li'miz tekrar geldi. Beni dövmüştü bu arkadaş. Şimdi başlayalım bakalım tekrar.
I'm not gonna lose.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Opts for the throw. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Can they outlast it? Player 1 has used up all of their drive.
Vay güzeldi.
It's a trip. Can't tech the throw. Well timed corner switch. Taking stock.
Vay güzel yakaladın.
Chases them down. Were they baiting them into that? Get the bar out of his corner.
Güzel.
Burnout activates. Player 1 closes it with a
Ya atışı çok güçlü arkadaş. Ben atınca bunun yarısı kadar götürüyor.
first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Serenity Stream. Nice counter. They're not afraid of experiencing burnout. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnouts for a while. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of dirt going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Gremlin throws him away. Player 2 will look to have got him up against the wall, and the stun is there. A quick breather. The path to a win. Aerial Tatsu.
Yapma.
Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Genius read with that throw escape. So little life left. Springs forward with the drive in there.
Çok kötü yeniliyorum bu kadına ya.
Player 2 brings it home.
Belli olmaz. Belki döver, belki dövemez.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Burnout is triggered. The throw misses. They're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 chases them down. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Drive gauge finally recovers. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Checks them with the projectile. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Gets the knockdown, and now gets in a pain.
Yapma, yapma, yapma. Çok kötü dövüldüm ya.
On the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Shoryuken. Player 1 chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. At least one of them. Oh.
Ne sıkıştım köşeye be.
Player 2 buries their opponent.
İki yıldıza düştüm arkadaşlar. Tekrar 3'e çıkarmam lazım. Bir taraftan da şu savunmayı aktif şekilde öğrenmem lazım. Vay. Manon geldi. Bakalım arkadaş nereli?
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? go. What are these fighters going to do? Decides to go in with the target combo. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Throws him down.
Güzel.
All right. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll
Güzel, güzel.
fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super armor. I can't.
Hoppala, o yakaladı.
What'll happen here? KO!
Ah!
Player 1 on the board first with a win.
Almanya'nın Demons. Hadi bakalım.
Flashes him. Are we going to see some fireworks? Smart play with the throw. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A quick breather. Player 2.
Bunu yapma ya.
The stun's got both sides thinking about what's next. Full SA meters on deck. Just goes for it at this range. That's not gonna hit. They return to center stage. Super
Oho, çok pis aldı. Müthiş aldı. Vallahi rakibe helal olsun diyorum. Helal olsun. Çok güzel dövdü. Ama ikinci dövüşe bakacağız. Güzel.
The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Neither of them are willing to back off in a dire situation.
Bu nedir ya?
Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has the freedom to finish things off with authority.
Çok güçlü vuruyor ya.
Big punish counter. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Breaks the block with a throw. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 is working. The super doesn't hit. Big throws. Burnout activated. Both fighters planning something?
Oho!
With this super. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. No. They're not dead. This fight's not over. What? Noticeable life lead. Wraps it up with a throw.
İnşallah bununla bir daha oynarım.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Çünkü bu yediğim dayak içime oturdu yani. Bakalım bu gelen nereden? Romanya veya Andorra arkadaşlar. Vay.
There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big that they can capitalize. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Heading into the end game now. Nails the overdrive arrow kick. Knockdown and they gotta take advantage of this drive differential. Player 1, nice counter. Experiencing burnout.
Hoppala, o ne be? Herifle aramda bir sürü mesafe vardı.
The next round, burnout activates. Throws them to negate the block. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Smart play with the throw. A quick read. Smart play.
Yapma.
Player one can't use any drive. Nice counter. Going in, experiencing burnout. Connects with the throw. Strong critical.
Aldım.
What's gonna happen?
Alamamışım ya.
They're going for the super art. Player two is in a very good spot. Big time.
Yapma yapma yapma. Çok kötü gittim.
Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Opts for the throw. There's a corner switch. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player two in that dangerous burnout state. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Knocked down. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Throws them. What's next? Takes a trip. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. Hold your breath.
Hoppala.
To get a drink in. Player one finishes with the throw. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. They're not afraid of experiencing burnout. Smart play with the throw. Knockdown and player two, smart play to stop the opponent there. Player two has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight.
Hoppala.
Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Both fighters, nice counter. Going in. Their spacing is so on point right now. But will this super art do anything? Traps him with a break. Amazing forward rush. Throws him. Player two is in a very good spot now. Whoa, critical art now. Player two turn closes it out. We're going into the final.
Beraberiz, hadi bakalım.
Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Flashes him. Ooh, what a smart throw. There's the burnout. What's next? Overdrive arrow kick. Player two is in burnout. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Swagger punch. Call a minute. He'll cut that boy off. He's had too much. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player one is in a very good spot. Turns out in.
Yapma be.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Hedef ikisini de aldı. Bunlarla bir daha dövüşmek istiyorum. İnşallah gelirler. Bu da Marisa'da. Çanlı'da. Vay.
They're all fired
Look,
up.
Stam.
They're almost underway.
Türk bir arkadaş geldi. Hadi bakalım.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Let me have some fun.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? They're not going to allow any jump-ins. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Throws him. What's next? Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be with ends with the projectile. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round two. Fight.
Sandblast! Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Neither of them willing to back off.
Aha.
Dashes! grabs and throws them away. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive game. Now's the time. Throws them. Can they create an opportunity for them? Oh my god, they just choked it up in there. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. From up above. Throws them.
Güzel.
Still slugging it out here. The throw is escaped. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out. Player 1 in that dangerous
Güzel.
state. All right, what's coming up next? Slips the grab. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief.
Beybiriz, hadi bakalım.
What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws them to negate the
O yakaladı.
good work staying low right there. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to experiencing burnout. Racer hit. We're gonna see it rain. Kept their composure and pulled out the cover.
Aldım bakalım, hadi 1-1.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. All that effort for so little payoff. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Oh! These two fighters are perfectly synced. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Takes a... Player 2 will have... burnout activates. They were right to be on guard there. Experiencing burnout. Neither fighter can use their drive boost. How will they close out the round? Still slugging it out at this range. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Where you go? Hit them with a stop and pop. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Player 1 hits a good spot to use the super. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with.
Aferin sana.
Good thing. Now, can they finish the job? Zones with the fireball. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Watching each other carefully. Who'll make the first move? What'll happen here? They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Connects with the throw. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Looking to impress with this super. Okay, he's sidelined them.
Haydi 1-1.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Using their drive gauge. The last round. It's now or never. Sandblast. Player 1 will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last round. Oh, he crossed that off. Target combo into. Player 1 is barely burnt out. Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here we go. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player 1, there's a burnout. Fires a blast. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. Player 2 can't use any drive boost. Are
Yapma yapma yapma. Bunu çok kötü yenildim ya.
Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that.
Bu tırsıkça bir yenilmeydi ama yapacak bir şey yok. Vay.
They're all
He.
fired up.
Yine bir Türk geldi arkadaşlar. Benden ne iyi durumda.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Still slugging it out here. Backs them into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Very solid corner spot.
Ha.
Goes for the super art. Nice read with the cannon spike. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they opt for the throw to close it out? Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Are we going smart play to stop the opponent there? Throws them to negate.
O yakaladı. Güzel.
They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Steals back a chance. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Spiral arrow. Knockdown and goes with the safe stuff with that target. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Closes it with a
Çok kötü yenildim ya.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
How's this? Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. The match just started. Connects with the throw. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Nothing stops this train. Ooh, what a smart blow. Oh, here we go. Corrects them.
Ya onu yapma yapma yapma.
With super arts into play, it's really anything Joe burns out. Player 2 is in burnout state. Okay, it's time to walk this out. Is it over? Will they survive?
Sit down and shut up.
Ooh, we're not done here. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it sick. Are you kidding me? Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Wow, that's
Güzel.
some juicy damage. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 chases them down. Knockdown. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. All that effort for so little payoff. Heading into the end is nice.
Bu sefer de o aldı.
Takes the round.
Çok savunma yapanlara karşı arkadaşlar başarısız oluyorum daha fazla.
What else can they get away with?
Çünkü savunmada iyi değilim.
Throw leaves him wide open. Throws him.
Aa, o kayada.
Burnout activates. Scrapping it out up close. Uses the target combo as a filler. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. A quick breather. Below. Like, just goes for it at this range.
Yapma. Kötü yenildim. 1-1.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. All that effort is so little.
Ha, başladık.
The low kick connects. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Oh, easy tag. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on attack. Okay, oh.
Dediğin gibi yani sürekli böyle duran adamlara karşı oynayamıyorum arkadaşlar. Onu çözmem lazım.
They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. They've both showed their hand a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Goes for a projectile. Ah, burnout activates. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Not much life difference. They return to center stage. A quick break experiencing burnout. Oh man, here's the drive. Dragon denied. Keep cool and lock them out. Okay, cannon fight.
Aldım.
Critical art now. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up.
Flatline zone.
Ona döneceğiz yine.
Nice fireball. All the throw connects. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Side switch. Experiencing burnout. Drives it back, misses. That back row was huge. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Any throw will whip at that range. Connects. Both sides getting ready. Player 1 is not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Sits down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
Arkadaşın da eline sağlık da ya. Bu şekilde oynamayı ben sevmiyorum ya. Hani sürekli oyun boyunca böyle durmayı aman vurmayın. Ya o duruş bana göre değil ya. Gıcık oluyorum. Hani öyle oynamaktan nefret ediyorum ben. Mesela sürekli öyle oynayacak olsam bu oyunu oynamam. Hani biraz daha açık oynamayı seviyorum ben. Hadi yeni mi de?
I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realized I gotta deal with my blessings.
Smart choice. Sure thing. Let's dance.
bekleyene kadar şey yapıyoruz arkadaşlar. Antrenman yapıyoruz. Çünkü Kurban Bayramı'nda biri geliyor. Tamam, bakalım bu aynı kişi mi? Yok, aynı kişi değil.
It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach?
Güzel oynuyor.
Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Neither of them are willing to back off. Low heavy uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly.
Hoppala.
Not letting them out of the corner. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. They can't.
Güzel aldı. Çok salak gibi dövüştüm. Çok güzel aldı çocuk.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Flashes them. Everything up until now. And everything smart play to stop the opponent there.
Yapma.
Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Nails the overdrive.
Allah'ım ya Rabbim ya.
Planning something? Smart play with the throw. Pops him with a shorty. Oh, the throw connects. Okay, here we good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Free flow strikes. Denied. He's cool and locks him out. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Got a knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. The next touch may decide this round. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Gets the tip with the low.
Ne salakça dövüldüm ya. Ne salakça dövüldüm ya.
Gets the win in a convincing fashion.
İkinci dövüşü almam lazım arkadaşlar. Çok salakça dövüldüm çünkü.
The throw was well in range to score the throw. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner sweep. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast him? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gets a normal.
Yapma.
Been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Perfect time to spend the meter. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 1.
Hala çok kötü oynuyorum.
What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Okay, they trade hits. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Brings out the super art. How is it gonna work out for them? Will that experiencing burnout? Grabs and throws them away. Player 2 has an empty drive through. This is a very precarious situation. Charges forward. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Knockdown and player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What'll happen? Brushes that off and keeps going. They can't squat.
Allah Allah.
Oh my god, they just choked it up. Punish counter on the action. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? Okay, here we go. Flatline them.
Çok kötü. Çok kötü oynuyorum şu an.
Is a force to be reckoned with.
Aa, Eren selam, hoş geldin kardeşim. Ne habersin? Nasıl gidiyor? İyilik vallahi, şu Street Fighter'a tekrar şeyle beraber, Final Fantasy ile beraber Street Fighter'ı götürmeye çalışacağım ama bayramda git gel. Biraz kombinleri unutmuşum. Muratçım selam kardeşim. Biraz kombinleri unutmuşum. El çabukluğum gitmiş, onu yakalamaya çalışıyorum tekrar. Senden ne yok, nasıl gidiyor? Pasut ne ya? Aynen vallahi güzel dövüyorlar. Sağ olasın kardeşim. Siz ne oynuyorsunuz? Pasut ne ya? Arıyor şimdi arkadaşlar. Ha, FF15'i beğendin mi peki Murat? Eddie geldi arkadaşlar. Bakalım nereli? Maşallah iyi gidiyorsun Eren ha. Forrest'ı bilmiyorum. Arkadaş Romanyalı. Kova başlıyorsun, harika. İnternet yavaş. Kaldık.
Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 has used up all of their drive damage.
Ya şu elina...
Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table.
Yavrum benim.
Big gap between the two fighters. So they throw out a fireball. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use.
Hoppala, mis. Tertemiz dövdü adam var ya. Hiç suya soğuya dokunmadan. Ha, Final Fantasy 15'te çok fazla sinematik var.
Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Gets the throw and continues on the offensive. Super clutch corners. Scrapping it out, up, turns out.
Güzel. Aldım. Alamadım. Şeto selam kardeşim, hoş geldin.
Smart play with the throw. All that effort for so little payoff. Can't tech the throw. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Throws them to negate the block. Taking stock. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. They were right to be on low heavy for.
Şu savunmaya çözüm bulmam lazım arkadaşlar. Yani adamlar oyun boyunca böyle yapınca ben bir şey yapamıyorum, sinir oluyorum. Savunmayı mutlaka çözmem lazım. Adamların savunmasını da çözmem lazım.
Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. The low.
Hoppala.
Rips the slasher out. Throws a fireball. Doing some quick planning? Pops him with a shorty. Oh my god. Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? No side switch! Oh, they switch. There's a burnout. Player 1 can't use any drive moves.
Yapma. Herife 2 maçta da kötü yenildik. Ama şu savunma olayını arkadaşlar mutlaka çözmem lazım. Savunma kırmayı da çözmem lazım. Kendi savunmamı da çözmem lazım. Murat, FF15'te biraz daha action RPG'ye çevirmişler. Eski klasik sistem değil. RPG değil, yani JRPG değil. JRPG'den komple çıkmış durumdalar. Bu arkadaş yine geldi. Bu arkadaş 2 defa dövdü beni arkadaşlar. Bakacağız.
Player 2 with the life lead. What's the play here? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Nice tech. Just out of range for that throw. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Player 1 chases them down.
Yapma.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Oynanması lazım Murat.
They piled up the number. Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Going in, player 1 doesn't have a nails the overdrive arrow kick. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. What'll happen here? Going on the offensive.
Hoppala.
Springs forward with the drive rush. Gets the critical on it. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now they gotta think of a follow-up. Even the fight. Oh, critical art now? No flatline.
Kötü.
Brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Long low attack hits. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh! Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Takes a trip. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 creates a good
Yavrum benim be.
knockdown. In a dire situation. Drive rush to keep it going. Neither of them experiencing burnout. Going in, up tap to close it. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Takes the chance to hurt him. Yo, put that away. Player 1, burnout activates. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Big throws. Knockout and experiencing burnout. They return to center stage. Throws them. A real test of nerves here. Smart play with the throw. Both fight dares to count flatline zone. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. They are letting it fly from the get-go. Yo, put that away. Can this drive bring them back? Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here we go. Player one is looking at a grim situation with Burnham's alone. What now? Connects with the throw. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start the drive rush. The swagger step sends them flying. They're recovered. Overdrive arrow kick. Ugh, take a seat. Turns out. The drive impact doesn't work. You cut that boy off. He's had too much.
Aldım.
Critical art now. Perfect calculation. No doubt about it. Sit down and shut up.
Tamam, işte bu. Gel buraya, ayıp ediyorsun.
Player one clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Medium kick hit. Experiencing burnout. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Reads their mind and texts the throw. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. They need to hold out. Player one, in that dangerous burnout state, throws them down. Neither of them willing to back off you. Takes a trip. Drive gauge finally recovers. Taking stock. Did well to get the buff in there. Player one chases them down. Experiencing burnout. Both fighters charging.
Yapma. Çok kötü gittim.
Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They were right to be on guard there. Early round decisions are so important to set the burnout activates. Player one in dire straits with burnout.
Arkadaş şu
Knockout and player one
savunmayı
drive gauge to play with.
çözmem lazım.
That's not gonna hit. Jamie's tuning up the band. Time for some fun. Swagger Hermit springs forward with the drive. What a finish! Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Savunmayı çözmeden bu seviyenin üstesine zor geçeceğiz biz. Allah canını almıyor kardeşim ya. Ya eli biraz daha hızlandırmam lazım. Bir de mutlaka savunmayı çözmem lazım. Ya ben çok savunma yaparak oynayamayan adam değilim. Hiçbir oyunu çok savunmayla oynamıyorum. Ama şeye geçtikten sonra, gümüşe falan geçtikten sonra herkes şeyde, savunmada bekliyor böyle. Aman kimse bana vurmasın modu var. O modu çözmem lazım. Senler Ernok nasıl gidiyor Ankara'da? İşte misin, evde misin bugün? Motoru ne yaptın bu arada? Yeni motor aldın mı? Türk olansa işimiz zor. Ha yok. Vuruz. Bakalım bakalım.
No mercy for you.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage on the opponent. Still slugging it out here. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Nice tech. Taking stock.
Oo, çok güzel.
To negate the block. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Spin knuckle. Grabs them.
Vay vay vay vay.
Coming up next. Both fighters are barely.
Çok güzel.
Showing some real tenacity. Good pain. Oh.
Ha, Rus arkadaşımızla.
The big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight.
Nice parry. Grabs and throws them away. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Sure you can. Nice read.
Güzel.
Experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Pops him with a shoulder. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. What now? Spin knuckle. In there.
Sonunda birini yenebildik. Ha, rakip direkt çıktı. Elektrikli bisiklet git gel 12 kilometreye yetiyor mu ya? Bu arada dün değil evvelki gün Ankara'daydım. Ankara'yı ben eskiden çok sevmiyordum. Şehir biraz keşmekeş geliyordu ama bu sefer gezme fırsatım oldu. Ankara çok güzel bir yermiş ya. Yani İstanbul'dan çok daha güzel şehir planlaması. Evli geçen seferki evimi bakalım arkadaşlar. Şimdi daha önce dövüştüklerimde tek tek dövüşeyim istiyorum ki intikam alabileyim. Aynı arkadaş. Daha dikkatli oynamamız lazım. Olur mu? Anlaştık.
This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. What are they thinking here? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Can they outlast?
Çok güzeldi.
There's a corner. Player 1 chases them down. This is a huge chance to make them feel.
Bu nedir ya?
Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they find openings to use their drive. Experiencing burnout. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Jumps up. Opts for the throw to close it out.
Denk getiremedik.
Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Solid rotate. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Avoids getting cornered. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Hits him with a stop and pop. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Both fighters have a full super meter. Smart play to stop the opponent.
Al.
Goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit.
Ya şu eli bir türlü anlamıyorum ya.
Here we go, experiencing burnout. Noticeable life weight. Closes it out.
Çok kötü yöneldim ya.
Brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Bu çocuğa bir şansım tutmuyor arkadaş. Şeto, sen Ankara'nın ne tarafındasın? Yani Kızılay'a falan yakın mısın? Aynı kişi galiba. Bakalım aynı kişi mi?
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Still slugging it out here. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Next up, player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. The throw misses. Knockdown. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Going in, experiencing burnout. Player one is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge.
Yapma, öldü gitti ya. Lan aldığımız maçı verdik ya. Sağ olasın kardeşim, çok teşekkür ederim.
Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Nice counter. Sends a clear message with that counter. Throw leaves him wide open. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 can't use any drop. This is gonna hurt. What'll happen here? They're going for the super art. The super
Arkadaş çok
throws them. Amazing. Burnout activates. Flatline zone.
şu savunmacılara ne yapacağız bilmiyorum.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that comeback. The attack is parried. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Burnout is triggered. Gets a crucial back throw. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford mistakes. Takes a trip. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown and what solid throw tag. Takes in the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round.
Lan hayvan gibi atak oynuyorum anasını satayım. Herifler sürekli böyle.
Checking their reactions with a fireball. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Both fighters having a full super art gauge means position. Don't put that away. Burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very powerful.
Şuna uyuz oluyorum ama.
Knockdown and experiencing burnout.
Aldım.
What's gonna happen? Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Genius read with that throw escape. The low can hit flatline zone.
Allah canını almıyor ya.
Expect to see some fireworks.
Ya Murat, defans önemli de sürekli bu da sıkıyor be.
Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. Hits him with a stopping block. What? There's a burnout. Okay, here we go. Throws them. Oh, they changed sides. A jump in? Back. Ooh, what a smart throw. Amazing. Player. No, stunned off the wall. Nothing stops this.
Yapma.
What now? Connects with the throw. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that speed. Turns out. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. What a clutch low heavy. Oh, ball. Risky medium kick.
Salak gibi yenildim.
Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game.
Aynen.
No way we could have called that.
Kaça geldik? 1 yıldıza kadar düştük. Hakan selam kardeşim, hoş geldin. Ne habersin? Bronza 4 yıldıza kadar düştük. El patikliğini kaybettim, bayrama git geldi. Şu an 1 yıldıza kadar düştük arkadaşlar. Geri toplamaya çalışıyoruz. Bugün ne yaptın Hakan? Nasıl geçti günün? Ya yavaş değil de savunmayı çözemiyorum Hacı abi. Savunmada çünkü sürekli herifler böyle. Aman vurma aman vurma modundalar. Onu çözmem lazım. Vay, Final Fantasy oynuyorsun. Hangisini? 15'i mi? Ya dövüş oyunlarında bende savunma eksiği var. Bir de bu oyunda savunmayı da çok iyi bilmiyorum. Millet sürekli savunmada kaldığı için savunmada da hiç vuramıyorsun bu oyunda. Onu çözmem lazım işte. 15 doğru ya, şey söylemiştin. Çinli mi lan bu? Çinli bir arkadaşla oynayacağız, hadi bakalım.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Very solid corner switch. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 1
Yavrum benim.
doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. KO.
Anasını satayım. Benim 5 vuruşuma onun bir vuruşu yetiyor.
The super doesn't hit. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Knockdown and the fighters return to the middle of the stage. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure up close.
Allah'ım ya Rabbim ya.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Perfect parry. Box him with a target combo. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Nice perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Amazing weave to flash the parry just in time to catch the attack. Blows him. What's next? Taking stock. Player 1 chases him down. KO.
Sağa bak, o kadardır vuruyorum, can bu kadar gidiyor. Herif 3 kere vurdum, ben ölüyorum ya. Bak.
Very solid. Burnout activates. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Dragon Lash! In there! Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Deflektifini ama savunmayı mutlaka çözmem lazım. Hakan bu arada Murat da bilgisayarda şeyi oynuyor, Final Fantasy'yi. Ya zaten sürekli onu yapıyorlar dediğin gibi. Bir de şimdi karakterler arasında vuruş güç dengesi bayağı farklı. Mesela Marissa 3 kere vurdu mu ölüyor. Veya Zangief'le 3 kere vurursan ölüyor. Senin 10 vuruşla onun 4 vuruşuna vesaire falan tekabül ediyor. Ya sürekli savunmada da durmak bana göre değil ya. Yani ben hem kendi istediğim gibi oynayayım istiyorum hem yeneyim istiyorum. Çünkü sürekli savunmaya geçtiği zaman iki tane adam sürekli savunmada duran saçma sapan bir şeye dönüyor dövüş. Hani seyir zevki sıfıra iniyor. Bakalım bu hangisi? Rus olan mı acaba? Aynen Rus olan. Bunu geçen sefer dövmüştük arkadaşlar. Bakalım bu sefer o mu dövecek, ben mi döveceğim?
You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Neither of
Güzeldi, aferin sana.
combo for more damage. Player 1, there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Going, burnout activate, Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fire, brushes that off and keeps going. It's a good spot to use the super. Can they keep on overdrive?
Yavrum benim be.
Experiencing burnout. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Knockdown and connects with the throw. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong and closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters
hadi bakalım.
all in from this point. They are letting it. The drive impact doesn't work.
Vay, çok iyi kesti.
Experiencing burnout. Both fighters are raring to go. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this back wide open. Both fighters' drive gauges might be burning out, but the fire's low heavy. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Dragon Lash! What's next?
Aldım.
Critical art now? This is going to hit for a critical art. Gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life ball, but also their nerves. Take a seat! Player 1 can't use any drive. They're just gonna go in. Over! Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. The first risky play, but it pays off. Shut that down with a parry. Cannon spike. Risky up close scrap still going. Player 2
Ya
is
Rabbi.
in burnout. Drives off the table. Takes a trip. Got their eye on the air. That's some and that's a KO. Timed that perfectly.
Who's next?
Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go.
Allah Allah.
Experiencing burnout. Burnout activates. Knockdown. Risky up-close scrap still going. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Knockdown and they're both driveless. This is off of me. With knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. In there.
Allah Allah. 1-1 olduk, hadi bakalım.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close. close to done yet. Checking their reaction for the fireball. Nice solid.
Yavrum benim. Üçünde de mi denk gelir ya?
Player one has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. What's their game plan here?
Arkadaş hiçbir şeyi denk getiremedim ya. Yemin ederim hiçbir şey denk getiremedim.
Picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
A brave forward jump there to start. Heats it up with a combo into super. How's this round going to develop?
Yavrum benim.
Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Burnout activates. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner.
Arkadaş hiçbir şey mi denk gelmez ya?
Experiencing burnout. Finishes it with
Aa.
anti-air.
Sıfır şansım yaver gitti bu sefer.
Player one took no time to finish that fight.
En azından şu tuşlar elim biraz daha alıştı arkadaşlar. O bayram arasında kaybettiğim combo durumunu geri öğrendim ama savunmayı ekstra sadece savunma üzerine çalışmam lazım. Çünkü dediğim gibi savunma çalışmazsam Silver'ın üstüne çıkmam çok çok zor. Amerika serverındayım. Bir de 6 milyonu ya? 1 milyona yakın oyuncu var arkadaşlar ama mesela ranking maçta zor oyuncu buluyor. İlginç bir şekilde. Halbuki odaya girsek odada yüzlerce oyuncu var. Ya Avrupa'yı deneyeceğim arkadaşlar. Europe diyor zaten ya. Mesela bu hub'a girdiğiniz zaman bir sürü kişi var ama burada boş maç yapıyorsunuz arkadaşlar. Yani öylesine dövüşüyorsunuz. News'te ne varmış? Vay. Çok ilginç. Arkadaşlar görüntüm tekrar geldi. Capcom'un toplam havuzu 2 milyon dolar olan ve birinciye de 1 milyon dolar verdikleri bir turnuvası düzenlenecek. Şeyi diyorsun, foriketi diyorsun değil mi abi? Ya benim normalde dövüş sistemi şu. Ayakla kick yapıp savunmadayken önüne düşüp direkt ben atıp toparlanmadan forriket çekip sonra tekrar atıp tekrar forriket çekmek üzerine oynuyorum ama onu her zaman tutturamıyorum şey olarak. Combo olarak. Bir de ilk mutlaka çözmem gereken şey savunma. Mesela her zaman savunmaya geçemiyorum. Kalıyorum öyle. Kim geldi? Vay. Keneken. Güzel.
We are about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is
Çocuk.
the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top?
Bakalım.
Let's see what they try to do here.
Güzel.
Opts for the throw. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are
Şu an hangisiyim bilmiyorum.
Player 1
Ah,
creates a
buyum.
good corner opportunity. All right, what's coming up next? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the match. KO. Player 2 picks up the always
Güzel kazandık hadi.
They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go.
Güzel.
Pops him with a shoryu. Experiencing burnout. Shinrai kick for a mix-up. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. What's the next move? Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Shoryuken? Gotcha! Shinrai? Not much life left, but the reversal! This is gonna be
Güzel.
both sides flatline zone.
Bu sefer de o aldı.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Fight! Opens with a jump in, burns out. Pops him with a short.
Güzel.
They're going for the super art. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Shin, Ryu, rip off. Make smart use of the game. Good super. Dragon blast. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Nothing stops this train. Can they use their drive to skate the comeback? Reads the throw and escapes. They push their way out of the corner. Both shot a fireball at that range. Player 2.
Bu sefer kazandık hadi bakalım.
The best of the best. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Shinrai kick for a mix-up. Yo, put that away. Burnout is triggered. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Does a good job of pushing back. Knockdown. Got their eye on the air. Hits with the overhead.
Çok güzel.
And that's a KO.
Bu sefer de o aldı. Hadi bakalım.
Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Pops him with a shoryu. Nice counter. Whiffs the throw. Gets carried to the corner. Burnout activates. Both fighters planning something. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Smart play with the throw. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their sneaks in the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Absolutely relentless. Looks like they want to put it. Turns out. Finds the target. Player reads the judgment perfectly. And whiffs. They're wide open. Okay, here we go.
Güzel.
Dragon Last Flame cooks them up good. Tons of space between the fighters now. What a connects with the throw. Oh, here we go. They're recovered. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Ooh, put a little extra on that. It is over. Player two comes away with the win.
Bakalım bunu istediğimiz gibi oynayabildik en azından. Ha, yine geldi. Bakalım hangisi? Rus olan mı?
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Gotta do this. Come on.
No mercy for you.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Throws him down. Steps in for the throw. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Knockdown. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive reliance.
Güzel.
Player two has them legit shook in the corner. Throws them to start the corner pressure. This shows you how vital the corner game is. Chase them down and score the throws. Throws them. What's next? Experiencing burnout. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Checks them with a projectile. Both fighters planning something? Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Pulls them.
Yapma.
KO.
O hareketi yapmadım aslında ben. For you çektim ya.
With a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round two. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? This round is so important. Nice counter. Neither of them willing to back. Burnout activates. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Both fighters planning something? They're off of me! All critical! What's gonna happen? Scared money don't make no money. Spends it all for a Jinryu rip-out! Shut up! Player one can't afford mistakes without that drive. What's next? What? Anti-air. Dangerous range here. Oh, they switch sides. What a finish! Player two is a force to be reckoned with. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see. Smart throws. That'll do more damage than usual. Those hit harder than normal throws and really pile on the pressure. Player one in that dangerous burnout state takes a trip. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Oh, easy tech. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge. In there! Player 2 hits the first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Savunma saçmalarını yenmem lazım ya.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Who's going to start things off? Was looking for that jump attack. Both fighters are looking for a way to experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. What's the next move? Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Hits him with a stopping block. Burnout activates. Quick breather. Players, they're going for the super art. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. We're going into the final round.
Hamle üstünlüğü onda bakalım.
Checking their reactions with a fireball?
You're in my way.
Dragon Lash! And whiffs! They're wide open! Player 2, burnout activates.
Allah'ım ya.
Dire straight with burnout. Dangerous range here. This is gonna hurt. Oh, here we go. Just go for it. Reads the jumper perfectly. Down on life. They gotta make a move. Drive attack misses. What a read with that anti-air.
Çok kötü yeniliyorum ya.
Player 2.
Buna çok kötü yenildim.
Beast in that match.
Ama şu salakça bulduğum savunma olayını da çözmem lazım. Yani rakip deli gibi durduğu zaman mutlaka çözmem lazım onu ya. Çünkü sinir de ediyor. Yani kendi içimde de sinir ediyor beni. Bu saatte yemek kilo yapar ha. Vallahi bir yeniyorum, iki yeniliyorum. Bir yeniyorum, iki yeniliyorum. Öyle söyleyeyim ama şu savunma durumunu, rakip savunmaya geçtiği zaman da çözmem lazım. Kendimin de savunmayı çözmem lazım. Şimdi ben hiçbir zaman sürekli savunmada durup bekleyemem ama gerektiği zaman savunma yapabiliyor olmam lazım. Onu beceremiyorum şu an. Sıfırım yani hala. O güzel. Ya taktik oyun da şey kısmını sevmiyorum ben ya. Hani zevksiz bir hale geliyor oyun Eren. Ya şimdi iki tane adam düşün. İki adam da sürekli savunmada bekleyip adukete dönüyor. Saçma sapan şeylere dönüyorlar. Onu sevmiyorum.
We're almost underway.
Let us begin. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Definitely saw that counter coming. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? This Shin Hashogaki is gonna see. Yep.
Lan zıplayayım dedim, kurtarayım dedim, kurtaramadım.
Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Big throw. Charges forward. Burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Smart play when he rushes that off and keeps going. What'll happen? Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Fighter lead is there, but still perfect execution with the anti-air. Flatline zone.
Tamam. Hamle üstünlüğü bende arkadaşlar.
Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Connects with the throw. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, hit the throw. It's denied. Player drives back, lands double flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that. Sure you can?
Güzeldi.
Neither of them willing to back off. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, burnout on both sides. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Just go for it at this range.
Bak zamanlama hatası. Adam sadece zamanlamayı yanlış yaptı.
On the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Big throw.
Vay yok almış.
Smart play to stop the opponent. Hit them with a stopping blow. Neither of them willing to back off. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Flashes them. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Both fighters going for the super arc. That's not gonna hit. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. It's a good spot to use the projectile hits. Fantastic position.
Bir hadi bakalım.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Offense with the fireball. They're using the fireball to force a reaction. Grabs and throws them away. Player 2 needs to use that drive gauge better if they want to take things back. Just started. It's anyone's game. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. All the throw connects. Nothing stops this train. This is such a tough situation to be in, but they still have a chance. Overhead attack. Oh, here's risky plays. What a finish. Player 2
Hani şöyle söyleyeyim. Rakibim de benim gibi açık oynarsa bu şekil büyük oranda alıyorum. Ama rakibim sürekli savunmada beklerse alamıyorum. Öyle bir gerçek var. Hani korakor dövüşen herkese dövüşürüm. Ama savunma işin içine girdiği zaman ben down oluyorum direktman. Ya zaten şu an bronz 3 yıldızdan veya bronz 4 yıldızdan 1 yıldıza geldim. Yani bu şekilde maksimum gümüşe çıkabilirim. Daha üstüne çıkmam için mutlaka savunma yapmam lazım. Bir de Eren şey açıklanmış, turnuva. Turnuvanın galibine 1 milyon dolar veriyorlar. Yani turnuvadaki dünya şampiyonu 1 milyon dolar alacak. 26 milyon TL. Toplam ödül havuzu 2 milyon dolar. 1 milyon doları galibin. Geri kalanlara işte ikinciye, üçüncüye, ilk ona dağıtacaklar. Geri kalan 1 milyon doları. Ama şampiyon 1 milyon dolar alıyor. Vallahi chat olabilirsin. 1 milyon dolar çok iyi para. Ya böyle oynarsam korakorda işim zor. Yani savunmasız mümkün değil. Bak yine söylüyorum. O şampiyonluk falan hayal. Savunmasız gümüşü bile geçemem. Tamam, yine geldi.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway. Gotta do this.
Bak açık oynarsa bak,
No mercy.
kapalı oynarsa bak.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player one has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Throws him down. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Very solid corner switch. Oh, burnout on both sides? Knockdown. Does a good job of pushing back. Flashes him. Life lead opens up. Picks up the win with a projectile. Good read. Player one takes
Bak
the round.
açık oynayan herkese varım.
What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Smart play with the throw. They were right to be on guard there. I can't keep track of... burnout activates. Scrapping it out up close. What'll happen here? Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of
Bak
burnout.
savunma işin içine girdi ya.
Big opportunity now in this corner. This is gonna hurt. Going in critical. What's gonna happen? Both life and super. What a finish!
Bak savunma işin içine girdiği an kaybediyorum.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starting hooligan grab. What a read! Wrecks them. Dragon Lab. Experiencing burnout. Ooh, what a smart throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Block that off. Player one is in burnout state. Okay, burns out. Oh, they block. Super hard hit coming.
Güzel, güzel.
With the rhythm counting that space. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They couldn't tech the throw. Player two really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drive.
İşte onu diyorum ya. Açık oynarsa dövebilirim. Savunma yaparsa dövemiyorum.
Best believe it's time for that second. Flashes connects with the throw. Nice read with the cannon spike. Sees it coming and blocks it out. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Taking stock. Are we gonna see a comeback? Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checking their reaction to the fireball? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Ooh, there's an experiencing burnout. Flash hits them with a stopping block. Player 1 has an empty drive. This is a very precarious burnout activates. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. Drive using reversal. Dragon Lash. Both fighters planning something? Oh. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch.
Kardeşim dikkat kendine.
Flashes them. Grabs them. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. There's a corner. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble? Taking stock. Drive lead opens up. Scrapping it out, gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off connect with medium kick.
Yapma.
Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Grabs and throws them away. What'll happen here? Are we gonna see they're going for the super art? Just goes for it at this range.
Çok kötü yakalandım buna. Ama hamle üstünlüğü bende arkadaşlar.
Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Checking the frozen from above. Who's going to steal this? Both absolutely refusing it. There's a burnout. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure.
Aldım. Alamadım.
Only the best of players can come back from this. Oh, here we go. Oh man, off of me. Do they have to
Oo, o aldı. Çok kötü.
made some smart moves there. Great game.
Vallahi 2-1 almış. Yani dediğim gibi arkadaşlar, yani savunma yapıyorsa beni zorluyor, aşamıyorum. Ama savunma yoksa, sadece göğüs göğüse çarpışıyorsak herkesi yenme şansım var. Yani göğüs göğüse de alayına çakarım. Ama savunmada direkt tırta bağlıyorum yani. Sen hangisisin bakalım. Arkadaşımız Sımbrıstanlar arkadaşlar. Bakalım savunmacı mı, korakorcu mu?
Their drive gauge was running low, but they use an overdrive art anyway just to show they're not gunshot. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes a trip. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Oh, easy tech. Well timed KO.
Açık oynayın, canımı yiyin ya.
Sure you can. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. What'll happen here? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Oh, yo! Rock super hit! A real test of nerve.
Bu sefer güzel aldı ama bağlantı yavaştan dolayı arkadaşlar hangimizin hamlesi hangimize geliyor belli olmuyor. Hoppala. Yapma. Ben aldım. Ah! 1-1'iz galiba. Aynen 1-1'iz arkadaşlar. Ha yo 1-0 o yeniyormuş. Vay o.
Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Blows up. What's next? This is a tough spot. KO.
Bunu kötü kaybettim.
Takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Burnout activates. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Both fighters planning something? That throw is going to take off a lot of damage. This Dragon Last Flame could be big. Quick breather. Their face. What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Bunda bir şey diyemeyeceğim arkadaşlar. Hani bağlantı yavaşlığının da dövüşte şeyi var. Çok fonksiyonu var. Çünkü bir hareketi çekiyorsunuz. O yavaşlıkta acaba yedi mi yemedi mi? Çünkü dövüş oyunu oynuyorsanız biliyorsunuzdur zaten. Oynamıyorsanız bir sonraki hareketi hep düşünerek daha hareketi yaptığınız an arkasından ne yapacağınızı planlayarak oynuyorsunuz zaten dövüşü. Yavaş bağlantılı dövüşlerde size o imkanı vermiyor. Yani siz yaptığınız hareketi yedi mi yoksa yemedi mi onu bilmediğiniz için arkasındaki hareketi boşa yapmış oluyorsunuz. Geldi bakalım. Bakalım bu çocuğa 2-3 kere kaybettim ben arkadaşlar. Bakalım bu sefer ne yapacağız?
What are these fighters going to do? Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Oh! Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Nice solid counter. Takes a trip. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Hits them with a stop and pop. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure. Burnout activates.
Yapma.
Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. going inexperienced and get in there. Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Checks them with a projectile. Big, low, reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Genius read. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Looking for a chance.
Mesela burada niye savunmaya giremiyorum?
Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical cash money damage they need. Player 1 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within range to win this round. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Whoa! Critical art now? Who's gonna take it? What a finish! Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry.
Savunma. Hakikaten sıkıcı hale geliyor ya.
Zones with the fireball. Did well to get the buff in there. It's the start of the round.
İşte bak.
They're still in the early going and it's really
İşte savunma olunca arkadaşlar böyle bekliyorsunuz. Anladınız mı? Yani anlatmaya çalıştığım o işte.
Still slugging it out. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drink levels at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Shoots off a fireball up close. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Life lead opens up. Get
İşte savunmaya geçince böyle oluyor. Bunu da ben sevmiyorum işte ya. Bu saçma sapan bir oyun.
Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge just goes for it at this range.
Tamam. Onu yaptın, güzel.
Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Carries them all the way to the corner and one goes. Oh, there's the burnout. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive push. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up?
Anladınız mı? Buna dönüyor. Böyle malak gibi bekliyorsun işte.
They both decide to ease the tension and back off. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. Lots of distance here. Big lead.
İşte buna dönüyor.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in for this one. They are letting it fly, but yet nothing stops this train. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Both fighters are raring to go. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this back wide open. Yo, put that away. Both fighters planning something, strikes back with the overdrive arrow. What are they gonna do? Shows off a parry. Uses the parry to deal with that projectile. Player 1, there's the burnout. Oh, here we go. Player 1 is in the anti-air in the front. Fights back with authority. So are you. What now? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Late overdrive arrow kick. That turns out. Do they have what it takes to seal the ball? It is over. Player 1 clinches the win.
Mesela bu çocuğu Korakor'da yenemiyorum. Korakor'daki kastım çocuk sürekli böyle durduğu için Ama böyle oynayınca da ben zevk almıyorum.
Best believe it's time for that comeback. Shakes things up with a fireball. Gets tipsy with the devil inside. Time for a drink. Grabs him. Closes the gap for the grab. Definitely saw that counter coming. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Takes a trip. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Checks him with a projectile. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a ghost with a super art? KO. Player 2 hits up the always important.
Bu arada şu içtiğini içirmememiz gerekiyor arkadaşlar. İçtikçe güçleniyor.
What's next? Jump. Experiencing burnout. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 will look to apply pressure hit. What's the next move? Player 1 in dire strength nails the overdrive arrow kick. Going in? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Throws a fireball. Brushes that off and keeps going. Light lead is there, but still anyone's game. So little light, the projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's back with the drive attack on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player 1 is worth. There's the burnout. It turns out both sides.
Aldım.
Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. You cut that boy off. He's had too much. And they burn out. Sets up with the jump in. Boots him and takes a swing. This unleashes a big.
Yapma ya. Oo.
Player 2 made some smart.
1-1 oldu galiba.
Great game.
Yo 2-1 yenmiş. Yo mecbur buna döneceğiz arkadaşlar. Dediğim gibi mecbur buna döneceğiz. Çünkü benim tarzımla bunun üstüne çıkmak mümkün değil çünkü şeyler. Herkes çok savunmacı. Ya benim de mutlaka biraz daha dengeli oynamam gerekiyor. Biraz daha savunma yaparak, kaçarak, elimdeki adamın savunma yönlerini de kullanarak oynamam gerekiyor. Bu kimmiş bu? Ha.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Don't expect round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
Vay, çok iyi yakaladı.
Stays cool and counters. Still slugging it out here. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. 5 feet opens up. Knockdown. Gets him. Player 2 takes a round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to experience in burnout? Won't play their game.
Güzel.
Says no with the overdrive 10 settings. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Sure you can? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible?
Hoppala, hiç görmeden gittik ha.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. The last round. It's now or never. Gets a risky buff in. Dragon, all the throw connects. Burnout activates. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout.
Allah Allah. Aldım.
has the super gauge advantage. Takes it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Super. That's what we want to see. A real test of basic. This kind of what? We just saw the heist of the century. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
2 yıldızı geri aldık bakalım.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Breaks those shins. Scrapping it out up close. The grab misses. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state.
Yavrum benim.
To the combo. Strings it all to get low heavy for the win. Player 1 picks up.
Olaya bak arkadaş.
That'll give them a psychological advantage. A blade forward jump there to start. Checks him with the projectile. Player 2 had a hard time managing their drive gauge last round, and I'm sure they're aware that they need to start adapting. Both fighters planning something? Burnout activates. Hits them with a stop and bop. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. A quick breather. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. Still slugging it out at this range. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Checking their reactions with a fireball. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Medium, yo, put that away. Lots of Fuhop bent and plenty of avenues to race through. Impact squat. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive lanes. Looking for a chance. Good decision with that throw. Player 2, block super hard impact.
Güzel.
Both sides getting ready. Player 2 can't let them simmer. They gotta start cooking. What a finish!
O aldı anasını satayım ya. 2-0 mı? 1-1 mi? 1-1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Presses for a reaction to the fireball. Side switch in the corner. Avoids getting cornered. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. What are they thinking here? Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they outlast it? Gets the counter hit throw. Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. Lets off the projectile to waste time. Looks like they want to re-establish their game time with fireballs. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Impacts a no-go. They can't squander this punish counter kick. Player 2.
Allah Allah.
For the super art. KO. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now is the time. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Knockdown.
Aldım.
For it at this range. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Taking no prisoners. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a fireball. Long-range fireball to break the silence. The drive impact is denied. Excellent block to shut off the impact. Nice counter. What'll happen here? Their spacing is so on point right now. But anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 needs to take nothing stop this train. Burns out. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some maze. All the throw connects. Yo, super hit.
Yavrum benim be.
Player 1 flipping the sprint with a turnaround super. Uses their drive gauge. Player 2, they're just gonna go for it with the super. Got it in.
Abi bu süper mi? Başka bir şey mi? Anlamıyorum ki.
Clinch is the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Valla zevk alıyorsun almıyorsun bakmadan stratejik oynayacağız artık ya. Çünkü Korakor'dan gerçekten zevk alıyorum arkadaşlar. Ama Korakor'da herkese gelmiyor. Kim geliyor bakalım? Kimse. Haydi bakalım, Luke geldi. İtalyan 4 yıldızı var. Bende tek yıldızı var daha. Nasıl başlayacağını biliyoruz arkadaşlar. Vay, iyi yakaladı.
Backs them into the corner. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Oh! Brushes off the throw. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Knockdown. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. The low heavy hits. The grab misses. Gets the counter hit throw. Takes the grip. Great work finding the opening. Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Stratejik oyna, çok açık oynuyorsun. Bu el stratejik oynayacağım arkadaşlar.
Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Drive usage is back on the table. Oh my god, they just chunked it up. A quick breather. Likely a super art. And the Vulcan blast burns out. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. There's the burnout. What a finish! Last round, people.
Dediğim gibi daha stratejik oynayacağız.
All in from this point. Next with a sandblast. Cross that off. Good instincts to spend resources while they have them to tackle. Just goes for it at this range. Now, sets up with the jump in. Burns out. Player 2 is in burnout state. Very precarious situation. Pass him on the throw. Okay, poses him. A real test of nerves here.
Aldım. Alamadım. Ama aldı. İkinci maça bakacağız.
Chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Anticipated that counter and blocks. Knockdown. Very solid corner switch. Still scrapping for control of the space. Gets him. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Jump. Burnout activates. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Out of drive gauge.
Yapma.
What do you can? Going in. Still slugging and hits him with a stop and drop. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Quick breather. Backs them into the drive and back misses. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. They're taking, Ross, super hit. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Big drive gap now. One chance here may end this match. A fireball at that range?
Bu nedir ya?
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Has a bit of OD spiking. This hit sets up with the jump in. Both absolutely experiencing burnout. Connects with the throw. Player 2 is looking at a good raw super hard incoming. Uh-oh. This would really tip the scale. Bet that. Player 1 has the super gauge. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Changes the pace with the fire. What are they gonna do? Yo, Ross, super here. Jump. Oh, here we go. Nothing stops this train. Yes, sir. More damage, please. Burns out. They are done. Player 2.
Böyle oynayacağız arkadaşlar.
Great game. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws a fireball. Oh, says no to the impact. Smart play to stop the opponent there. That counter's got to a rattle. Down to the wire. Both fighters are looking at near empty drive gauges. Both fighters are low on drive gauge. They'll want to tread carefully for this part of the fight. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Both players with no drive in the tank. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Checks him with a projectile. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Knockdown. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Both fighters are barely alive.
Oo. Tek vuruş. Biz atınca hiç böyle olmuyor.
They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Flashes him. Box him with a target. Burnout activates. Sandblast. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Just goes for it at this range. They're both driving. This is gonna get messy. The drive's off the table. What else have they got? Oh, could be the start of something. Both fighters planning something? Grabs and throws them away. Still slugging it out at this range. Quick breather. Finds the target. Zones with the fireball. Knocks them out of the air. Were they baiting them into that? There's a burnout. A lot of pressure building up here. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Oh boy. Both running empty on drive. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Okay, here we go. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who?
Yapma!
Player 1 is a force.
Salak gibi kaybettim ya.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Fight with all your heart.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Haydi bakalım.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Definitely saw that counter coming. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw.
Yavrum benim be.
Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Smart throw.
Aman.
More damage than usual. That's one huge life lead. Is this going where
Bununla böyle oynayacağız.
knockdown? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO.
Ya bununla çok stratejik oynamak lazım arkadaşlar. 3 kere vurdum, ölüyorsunuz çünkü.
That'll give them a psychological advantage. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Experiencing burnout. Sure you can. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Both fighters planning something. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now
Baksana.
time. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Solid anti-air. Noticeable finishes with the throw.
Yani o iki kere vurduğu zaman ölüyorsun direkt.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Put the super armor to good use. No more drive gauge. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Trips them up. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. What are they thinking here?
Bak ben kaç tane vurmuşum. O bir tane vuruyor, gidiyorsun.
Reach the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. We're close to the point where one mistake could end the round. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Projectile to try and change the situation. Reads their mind and takes the throw. Solid throw tech. Anything could happen here. They break things off to take a quick breather. Sees them coming and throws it off with a super.
Bak.
Knockdown and player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Each hit is burnout activates. A critical situation for both fighters. Throws a fire. KO.
Yani böyle oynamazsan yemek mümkün değil.
With a good start
Böyle oynayacağız.
but can they keep it up? Checking their reactions with a fireball? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Flashes them. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in. Nice counter. Burnout activates. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge.
Ah!
Now's the time. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Just goes
Alamadık.
in this range. The super doesn't hit. All the throws.
Abi şuna baksana ya.
Player 2 tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Impact squash. So little life left. Finishes with the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Daha dikkatli oynamak lazım.
Big super armor use. Drive the technician. What? Player 2? Ooh, what a smart throw. Sure you can't? May throw is denied. What a lead. Player 2, this is gonna hurt. What now?
Yapma. Ha.
Might be some time for payback. Fireball. Getting up close and personal. Player 1 can't use drive anymore. Connects with the throw. Oh, here he turns out. Player 1 opens them right.
Yapma. Şuna bak ya.
I've
Oo.
seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this.
Here comes a new challenger.
Manon geldi ha.
We're in for something special right
Iris.
here, right now.
Arkadaşımız Türk. Bakalım savunmacı mı, deli gibi aman bana vurmayın diye savunma mı yapacak, açık mı oynuyor?
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Opts for the throw. Checks for the projectile. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't get some. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Flashes him. Throws him. What's next? That throw will do some good damage. Going on the offensive, player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Quick breather. Smart play with the throw. Their life is hanging by a thread. This is gonna be bad news. And that's gonna leave them rattled. Knocked out, and this could lead to some big damage. Player 2, can't use that amazing never say die attitude got them the win.
Hamle üstünlüğü eşit.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who's going to steal this win? Flashes him. Connects with the throw. Player 2 with the lead. There's a burnout. Amazing. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious draw. Super hard incoming. The Dragon Lash Super hits home. Player 1 anti-air and flatline zone. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Hits them with a stop and pop. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Knockdown. A throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. That's right. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Burnout activates. Sure you can. Player 2 needs to use the front of the corner. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side step. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious going on the offensive. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Now, can they finish the job? There's the
Yapma.
not letting that go unpunished. What'll happen here? Big low attack to pick up the win this
1-1. Bunu almam lazım.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has
Çok savruk oynadım bu el.
out the win? Backdash to start. They're not taking any impact counter. Oh, that's so sick. They choose to spend the meter to up the damage by a bit. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Hits them with a stop and pop. Big time whip. Player 2 going on the offensive. Ooh, knockdown. Here comes the mixer. Excellent read. Caught nothing but air. Rushes in. Player 1 can't. Yo, rock over here. Amazing. Gets the counter hit and the win.
Çok savruk, çok savruk, çok savruk ya.
Is a force to be reckoned with.
1-1 galiba. Aynen.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Jumps in, brushes that off, and keeps going. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Will this decision pay off for them? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Opts for the throw. All right. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Heading into the end game now. KO.
Hamle üstünlüğü bende gibi duruyor, çok az.
They'll want to to keep the ball rolling. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Aerial Tatsu. Experiencing burnout. Reads the command ground. Still slugging it out at this range. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. They were expecting that drive impact. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Both fighters planning something? Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Ooh, excellent block. They're going for the super art. Closing it out.
Öldürmediysen öldüreceğim.
Nice and clean.
Öldü.
You need guts to pull that off.
1-1 mi? 1-1.
This is the final
Hamle üstünlüğü bende arkadaşlar.
See the feet won't see
Opens with the fireball. Who will get out on top in this final round? Finds them from above. Experiencing burnout.
Aldım. Hamle üstünlüğü tamamen bana geçti. Bunu iyi değerlendirmem lazım.
Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very good rushes in. Reads the jump in perfectly. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Huge chance after that wall spike. Nothing stops this train. A real test of nerves here. What a sick.
İşte bu ya.
They knew exactly what was going to happen. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match.
Güzel.
Oh.
Artık gece dayak yiye arkadaşlar daha stratejik oynamayı öğrendik. Yayını kapatmadan bu gece kaç defa dayak yemişim onu sayacağım arkadaşlar. Ona bakacağım yani. Ama bu gece bayağı dayak yedik yani. Hani muhtemelen 3 dayak yedim, bir dayak attım ya da 2 dayak yedim, bir dayak attım. Bakalım kim geliyor. Ha. Gelen arkadaş kim bakalım.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride
Real
and
Baladin.
rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen?
Yavrum benim.
Gets the counter in. Impressive reactions there. Starts off zoning with fireball. What is he thinking here? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. This is a real back and forth match for Seattle. They definitely push into the wall and the stun's there. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Scrapping it out up close. Knock them. Yo, put that away. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive. Burn the low heavy connected.
Yaptığım şey o değildi. Yaptığım şey normal şartta da şeydi. Uppercut'ta.
Going for the super art? Sure you can. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side spin. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of super art. Goes for the Sakai Fuhazai.
Yavrum benim be.
A quick breather. Can they keep on? Brushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters planning something? KO.
İşte böyle.
Final round. The real fight starts now.
Hamle üstünlüğü bende arkadaşlar.
They are letting it fly from the get-go. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Fires without warning. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 2 has the super gauge and throws them.
İstediğin kadar
Takes advantage of the hesitation.
durabilirsin onda.
Good damage in return. Player 2.
Güzel.
Burnout stage bumps him hard. Taking chunks out of each other here. What now? Player 2. Can't block.
Aldım.
Hard incoming.
Alamadım be.
Drive gauge is screaming for more attack. Clutch anti-air. Who's gonna take it? They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Who will set the bait at this range? Put them on notice.
İkinci dövüş alacağız. Yapacak bir şey yok.
Watching replays for this one for a while. They really
Ucu ucuna kaybettik.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws them. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Let's off a projectile to waste time. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess.
Nereye kaçacaksın anasını satayım ya? Senin oynadığın oyuna tüküreyim ya.
Time for a new game plan. Raise on the pressure with the projectile. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to beat up the jump? Does a good job of pushing back. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Both sides looking for an opening. Throws them to negate the block. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Feeling out the spacing. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Trying to lead each other here? Time's the only thing moving here. Throws out a projectile. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Beautiful setup with that attack. Taking stop. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. 20 seconds left. What are they both plotting? This round may end via timeout. Will either fighter do anything before time's up? One chance here may end this match. There's only 10 seconds left. This is the final push. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. The fighters are out of time. It happens, though, when the fighters are evenly matched. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strategy. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side. Hits them with a stop.
Ay tüküreceğim ya.
Super on deck for both experiencing burnout. The punish counter gives
Allah Allah.
big damage. Just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Sure you can. Knock down and that throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Gets the counter hit and the win. Last round. Both fighters gotta go all
Ya bunun gibi hımbıllarla oynamak çok sıkıcı ya.
Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. This is all the throw connects. That throw will do some good damage. Player 2, nothing stops this train. Getting up close, the low kick hits. Can they use their drive to stay raw super hard incoming? Hesitate going for the kill with that super.
That felt good, didn't it?
Did not miss that chance.
Bu da oyun oynuyorum diyor işte ya.
Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Hani böyle oynadığım zaman ben hiç zevk alamıyorum arkadaşlar ya. Aşırı sıkıcı hale geliyor. Yani Herif sürekli köşeye gidiyor, sürekli köşeye gidiyor. Hani sürekli üzerime gel, sürekli üzerime gel. Hani oynama bu oyunu o zaman ya. Hani başka oyunlar da var, gözünü seveyim. Hani illa bunu oynamak zorunda değilsin ki. Başka oyun oyna, God of War oyna. Ne bileyim, Final Fantasy oyna. Ha bunu oyun oynama, sana göre değil demek ki bu. Haris. Yine geldi. Aynı kişi galiba bu da.
Alright, first round. What's going to happen? Go heavy. Still slugging it out here. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Picture perfect punish counter. While that slight doubt is all it took. Player 1
Arkadaşlar bu el son el olsun çünkü sinir durumdayım biraz insanlara.
Steps back to start things off. They've piled up the null. Now, how are they going to use it? Snares hit them with a stop and pop. Player 1 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Knockdown and you've got to be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Sure you can? What'll happen here? Impact squat. Were they baiting them into that? Safely increases their throw level. Closes it out.
Bu nedir ya?
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. No more drive gauge. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Will that drive impact get punished? You do not want to whip an impact. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Impact's a no-go. Great work finding the opening. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Light lead opens up. This is gonna be bad news. Big counter. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Snipes them out there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Hits them with a stop and pop. Both experiencing burnout. Going in. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Sure you can? Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Tops them with a shorty. Rushes that off and keeps going. Drives it back, misses.
Hoppala.
Is a comeback still possible? Oh, putting the cherry on top. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checking their reactions with a fireball? Smart throws. That'll do more damage than usual. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? The impact gets blocked. Gets a good read on their opponent. Trips them up. Goes for the fireball. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Taking stock. Player 2 chases them down. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Takes a trip. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Next hit will end the round. Great work finding the opening. Round there, the hit throw connects. What a clutch side keeps there. KO! Player 2 with the first strike.
Hamle üstünlüklerimiz yakın arkadaşlar.
Opts to create space to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. That counter's got to have rattled them. Burnout activates. What'll happen here? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They've got to be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side. Full SA meters on deck. This is bad news. Con for the long game return. Quick breather. Solid anti-air. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna put will this super art do anything? That's not gonna hit. Wrecks them. Oh, rushes in. Sure do. Shakes things up with a fireball. Pumps the brakes on the impact. A ducking fireball gives them the round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
2-1 aldık arkadaşlar bunda. Ha dediğim gibi yani çok kora oynamıyorum. Kora oynayınca insanlar savunmada aman vurma diye dura gıcık ediyorlar. İlla beni de bu oyuna zorluyorlar. Halbuki hiç içimdeki oyun bu değil arkadaşlar. İçimdeki oyun böyle kora saldıray bir oyun. Ama karşıdaki rakibe göre şimdi strateji yaparak oynuyoruz. Yani zevkli olan bu değil, yine söylüyorum. Gelen kim? Ha. Flyer Paladin. Hadi bakalım. Mesela bu. Tam bir mal.
Into the corner, or it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. We've got both sides without a drive gauge. How will they overcome this? Will they press the attack or wait and recover? This could be make or break. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Player 1 creates a good corner on the team.
Tam bir mal oynadığım rakip var ya, tam. Hakiki bir mal yani. Hani sürekli köşeye geçip orada bekleyen bir mal.
They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Throws them to start the corner pressure. Takes a trip. Player 1 experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout, so brushes that off and keeps going. Smart play with the throw. Snaps back and hits hard with the 10-10. Both fighters are good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Both fighters planning something. Players, the low block. The low kick hits. Like flatlines them.
İşte dediğin gibi sürekli köşeye geçip duran bir mal. Yani sen sıkılıp yeniliyorsun buna ya. Öyle sıkıcı ki.
Look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 is looking at a draw super hard hit coming. Okay, here we go. Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Doesn't take the blow.
Hakikaten
Player two.
bu geri zekalıyla oynarken sinir oluyorum ya. Hani gideceği de maksimum şey bir yıldız ha. Daha öteye de gidemez yani. Çünkü salak gibi geri çekile. Hani nereye gideceksin daha? Eve mi gideceksin? Arkadaşlar bu yayını burada sonlandırıyorum. 10 dakika sonra yeni yayınla Final Fantasy 16 ile karşınızdayız. Sağlıcakla kalın.